Hello everybody, and welcome to the fancy unboxing live stream for One Deck Dungeon, hosted by Banana Man. So, look at this fancy box. We actually have 8 of these lovely boxes. I have to say they came out really nice. It was a nice thing to wake up to this morning to have these show up from UPS. So, without further ado, I'm going to open up this fancy box. I've already looked at it, so I know what's in here. So the size of the box is about the same as the Heat box that we've produced before. We actually use the same mold. So inside this box, we have the Adventure Guide, which is our fancy-looking rulebook, with both a normal section and a full reference section for when you need to answer that specific question about what happens when a glooping ooze jumps on top of a dungeon trap and falls into a pit. We have our 5 heroes, including the Stretch Goal Paladin, which is in every single copy of the game, not just the backer copies. And of course the reference card. Now with potion tokens on both sides. And campaign mode, which was one of the last stretch goals, again, in every single copy of the game. And this is where you will check off little boxes to mark your hero's progress and unlock abilities as you go through. This is the Kickstarter version of the wooden bits. They have fancy little adorable red hearts to represent how much dead you are, and the white potion tokens. So in the normal version of the game, these will just be red cubes, but I think you can handle that. They look really good. They're awesome. We have our bag of dice, which make a satisfying dice rolling sound. They are in the 3 colors for the abilities, and we've got the 6 black dice. We took a while getting the colors exactly right so they'd match up pretty closely to what's on the cards. But they are pretty like candy. Like Alana says, you just want to eat them. And then, of course, the star of the game, the dungeon deck. So we have our 5 dungeons and the 5 bosses. We have the stairs, we have our level cards, the basic skills which are used during campaign mode, and of course, all of the cards from the base set. If you haven't seen the game since we kickstarted, there haven't been any huge changes, but we did a lot of wording fixes and graphical enhancements to make the skills more readable. It'd be bad if the mic had been muted this whole time. That would be terrible. It is not good. I should have checked that like 2 minutes ago. So yes, here are all of the cards. They're nice and bright and colorful. The colors are a pretty good match. You can see our blue against blue, yellow against yellow. One of the earlier problems with the blue was, well, we used green temporarily for magic, and green and yellow were too close. But these are very nice and distinct. Nobody should be mixing these up. So yes, there is One Deck Dungeon. Banana provided by Rob. Rob gave us a Banana Man. It's awesome. So we're going to be at BGC Con this week. I've got 8 copies with me. 2 or 4 are going into the library, depending on how many they want. The others are going to be traveling around with me during the show, where I will be playing as many games as possible with as many people as possible, because it is the hottest of games. We're going to make a special kind of almost hot, lukewarm games table where you can play these all weekend long. Oh, here's the back of the box. Back of the box, also pretty. This is definitely our prettiest game ever. I'm really happy with it. If you're curious with the insert, it's just a simple heartbeat divider. And so it's designed to fit all of dice and hearts on one side, all of the cards on the other, and then everything else just stacks neatly on top. you'll notice that the box is a little bit thicker than it needs to be. That's for two reasons. One, you might want to sleeve these cards, and you see you've got enough depth for that. Two, the plastic version, this is the paper version, the plastic version is a little bit taller, so it'll come up to about the top of this heartbeat divider. The dice and the wooden bits also come in resealable plastic baggies. So if you want to keep them in baggies, you can do that too. Do we have any questions? I totally want to play around. Maybe I'll play a little bit. But we are leaving for the airport in about 45 minutes, so I don't have a ton of time. I will play some of the first level of the first dungeon. That's what we will do. Alright, what hero should we pick? While I get this set up. Let's see how this is working. I'm going to shuffle these cards. Like a pro. I hear Paladin. Alright, we'll play some Paladin. Paladin is champion. I'm going to put the Paladin here. Yeah, so no fancy overlay right now because I don't have time to set it up. But you guys can deal. I'll just tell you all the things that are going on. Banana Man will stay in the middle and guard everything. This is the one player side. Alright, we're doing this. This is the thing we're doing. Meanwhile... we also have this exciting game here, which I can't reveal until we're at BGC Con. Alright, so I'm going to play the Paladin, and I'm going to gloss over most of the rules explanation, but I'll give the basics. On every turn, we're going to explore or enter a room. On the very first turn of the game, we're going to explore. And exploring means we take this deck of cards, which is the dungeon deck. We put the stairs on the bottom. Every single turn we're going to spend 2 time. They're going to go face down over here. And to explore means we're going to add 4 doors to the dungeon. They're going to go here, which is going to cause a problem in a bit. There we go, 4 doors. Everybody can see that? Yes, good. On our second turn, we're going to spend 2 more time, because every single turn you spend 2 time, even though it's the first boring turns of the game. And we get to enter a room, which means I'm going to open up this door and find it's actually a locked door. This is a peril. For peril, we have a choice. We can either pick the lock or bash it open using agility or strength. Since we're the Paladin, I think bashing it open sounds like a much better plan. I should probably have picked the dungeon. I know how to play this game that I made. Let's say that we are in the Lich's Tomb. Doot doot doot. Yup, I know how to play the game. Okay, so every encounter you face in the dungeon is going to be enhanced by the things in the dungeon card. In this case, since it's a peril, if we look at this left side, there's going to be an extra box with a 4 in it that I have to deal with to be able to bash open that door. This might be hard. This is actually pretty unlikely to happen, but worst case, we just take a door to the face. And I should have 1 potion token to start. Alright, so we're bashing it open. I have to put this 5 over here. I do not have 11 left to bash it open. So, we suffer the consequences. 2 damage and 2 time. Since we're the Paladin, we have armor. Whenever you would lose health, lose half, rounded up. So, I take 1 damage. Look at this cool heart token. And then I get to take this as loot. So, I'm going to take it as a magic die, because I want more dice. Alright, next turn. Spend 2 time. Open a door. It's everybody's favorite glooping ooze. We're gonna fight the glooping ooze because we're not afraid of no glooping ooze. Take out all of our dice. 3 strength, 4 magic, 1 agility. I'm gonna roll them all. That's a pretty good roll. Yeah, send this die away. So, like the peril, there are extra boxes from the dungeon for the combat dice. We're going to fill in some armor boxes first. Ooh, this is kind of nasty, actually. Yup. Gonna fill in as many boxes as we can, because every box we don't fill in are consequences of the fight. In this case, we're going to take 1, 2, 3 time and 1 more damage. That's not too bad, because we get to take him as a skill. And I'm going to get this armor crush so I can start putting black dice into armor boxes. We're going to spend some more time. We're going to open another door. As you can see, it's actually possible to play quite fast if you were in a rush and or need to go to the airport. So this is a spiked log. Given that we are Beef Paladin, I think clobbering the logs is our best bet. So this choice requires spending 2 time, which I'm going to do. And then we get to roll dice. Let's see if we did it. Oh, we're off by 1. We have 7. That is sad. Can't use this armor crush skill because it is a combat skill, not a peril skill, and spiked log is a peril. So we take half damage rounded up, which is 2, and then 1 time. I'm gonna use this as experience. So experience helps us level up, which means we have more things. Since we have a lot of damage, I'm gonna use this potion token to heal for 3, because we already know what a healing potion is. Healing potions make us not dead. Alright, next up, another turn. Open this last door. It's a force wall! That's terrible. Since it's a 4 experience thing, we are the paladin and we are emboldened. We are valiant against very strong threats. So we got a black die to use anytime later. This looks too hard to tackle, so we're going to skip it. If you don't fight a thing, it just sort of stays out there as a open door. We're going to explore again and add some more doors to the dungeon and find something that we can actually fight. Okay, so we've got a goblin. This goblin should be smushable. It's a little bit stronger because of swarm. But we've got 3 swords, and we've got that armor thing, so we're going to have a go at it. Alright, goblin, you're going down. That's a pretty good roll. So I can use armor crush to turn this into a 6, which is good because that gets rid of that box entirely. I gotta fill in this armor box over here. And then let's just get rid of all the things that will cause us lots of damage. I'm going to use these 2 dice to turn it into a wild black die. I take the lower of the 2. And then we're just left with 3 time. That's not so bad. We smushed the goblin. We're not allowed to take dodge because the paladin can't take other damage prevention skills. Can't really dodge in big beefy armor. So we'll take 2 more experience, so we're almost leveled up. Alright, next turn in this ultra fast dungeon game. Oops. We open up a door. Open up this door because it's easier to pick up. It's a fire elemental, so we get another black die because we can store up to 2. That's a lot of magic, but we have a lot of magic. So I say we're going to give this a go. And we're going to use some of those black dice we've been storing up to make it more dead. Alright, we're going to roll all these dice. Boom! That's a terrible roll. Wow, that is ugly. Okay. So primary goal is to not be dead. So we're going to throw a 6 there. 6 there. We still need 5 more magic to get rid of that thing. So we're going to use this 3. That's 9. I guess that's 11. Okay, so we take 1, 2, 3 time and 1 damage. All things considered, 3 time, 1 damage to kill a fire elemental, not so bad. So one of the other cool things that is newish is you can replace your items and skills. So this is better than the item I had. I'm going to put it over there because it gives me an extra health. This becomes experience now, which gives us 7 experience and levels up. So those cards go away. Now level 2, get a free potion. Now it can hold 3 items and 3 skills. And we get a free black die every single encounter. Alright, time to open another door. I'm going to explore first, then open this door. It's an ice elemental. Oh, I should have taken 1 damage for fighting the fire elemental. Right, good catch. Alright, so what do we got? We have an ice elemental. If I fight it, it will cost 3 time, which will bring us to the stairs and take some damage. But, I gotta die because it's a 4. Whatever. It's airport time, so maybe we'll die, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 1. We'll use this black die, we'll use our free black die, and we'll try and smush an ice elemental. That's what we do. Well, I'm going to use Armor Crush, turn this 1 into a 6. That is a good plan. And then 5 more makes 11 to cover up that box. We need this armor box covered up too. And then actually these 3 blue 6s mean that we really crushed it. Oh, sorry. We need to spend 3 time to start off the fight, which is 1, 2, 3. Now that the stair cars is exposed, every 3 time becomes a damage. So since we can't quite fill every single box, we're going to add 2 more time, and then 3 of these become 1 actual damage to us. But we killed the ice elemental. We killed it lots. So I can get a pink die, or I get a lucky familiar, which lets me reroll a die every single fight. I want more health and more things. Alright, probably time to descend to the next level. Burn a potion to heal 3, and we're going to go down. So when you go down to the next level, you shuffle up the whole deck. Doot, doot, doot. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You slide the dungeon card up to reveal more nastiness. In this case, weakness curse. Every 2 we roll goes away immediately. You can't even use it for a skill. But we have more stuff now. So maybe we'll be okay. Maybe not. Alright. New floor. 2 time to explore for 4 doors. 2 more time to open a door. And we get a bandit. That is a whole pile of red stuff that we do not have. So we're going to run away. That is more red stuff that we don't have. So we're going to run away from that too. This is going well. Let's see what else we get. And it's a locked door. Locked door, we can bash through. We're going to do that. So we get 3 yellow dice and our black die. I'm going to try and bash it open. Oof. And nothing. So we take 4 damage in 2 time, which is actually 2 damage. Good thing we're the paladin. That was terrible. Shimmer Blast is a good skill. Lets me spend 3 blue dice worth of mana to roll an extra black die in a fight. Alright, so a new turn. When you take a turn, you can go back to an open door that you've already gotten to. So I think that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go to these bear traps, and I actually want the one with the invisibility potion on it. So we're going to go here, and we're going to try and disarm them, which is 3 time. So we get 2 red dice and a black die. I'm hoping we roll 4 and 6. We do, which means I can fill up these boxes over here. We take 2 damage at a time, which is actually just 1 damage and a time. We get an invisibility potion, which is useful. That will let us steal a thing. Alright, I'm going to explore 2 more doors here, and then open one of them. It's a rune puzzle. So what we're going to do here is use our invisibility potion. We're going to spend 2 time, and take this card as loot, which spends a potion, but then we get a potion because we took a new type of potion. And then we're going to spend 2 more time to open another door, and it's a skeleton. And this we're just going to straight up fight. So we have 4 blue dice, 2 red dice, 3 yellow dice, and our black die. Super fast dungeon game. Alright, so let's see what we can do with the skeleton. We can roll lots of 1s. So all the 2s go away. That's bad. And then... I'm going to use this clarity potion to re-roll all our 1s and 2s and add a black die. And another 2 goes with geez. That is still pretty ugly. Okay. So... I'm going to use this to activate the skill to place a 6 in an armor box. Use this 3 here. Jeez. We're hard pressed even to fill up the armor boxes. Yep. So that's just the armor boxes. And then we can sort of take out some of this time loss. So what we're left with is 3 time and 8 damage. Ouch. That was actually a pretty tough skeleton. So 1, 2, 3. Undying if any boxes are empty. Spend 3 more times. We're at the stairs already. And we kill this, which we're going to take as another yellow die. Now it's time to go down to the 3rd floor. This is going to be an ugly 3rd floor because we have Blade Storm. If we take damage, take an extra damage. Woo. All right. Let's see what we can do on floor 3. Yeah, clarity would be more useful in other dungeons. That is just one of the things that happens. Alright, so we've got a door on the 3rd floor. We don't have much of a choice, so we're going to try and clobber these logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Let's see what happens. Well, that is some more terrible rolling, which means that we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which is enough to be dead. Yep, that's a lot of dead. I'm going to throw these big hearts on there because that means dead. Woo! So yeah, how long did that game take? That was 14 minutes. You can play Dungeon very quickly if you are alone. I can play a game in usually 10 or 15 minutes. So anyways, these are all of the actual production component bits. They're nice quality. They all look good and they're cut well. The cards slide under the reference cards really nicely, which is great. Overall, very happy with how this came out. All the cards look fantastic. As you could hear, they shuffle very nicely. They're nice and smooth. So I am very excited for these to start shipping in a few days. I do not have exact word from the factory on how that's going to happen, but since they've already started printing, it should be very quick. I've already sent them the big giant spreadsheet with all of your addresses on it and exactly how many of which thing you're getting. So thank you all for tuning in. If you're down at BGC Con, say hello. The best way to find me down there is to tweet at Asmadi Games, and I will be checking that fairly frequently. We do not have a booth. I'll just be hanging around in the games area a lot of the time. So, yes. If we were playing with the campaign mode, we would have gotten some ticky boxes here. So, we could check off 2 for completing 2 floors and 1 for leveling up once. Did not defeat a boss. And that actually would have been on a hard dungeon, so we'd have 3 ticks on any color we wanted to. And all these are neat skills that you can use and make you stronger. There are 25 sheets in here, enough for you to play all of your heroes a bunch of different ways. All right, so we're going to get ready to go to the airport. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you soon.